Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of viewer-submitted matches of StarCraft 2. For our first game of the day, a 3v3 match on the map Sentinel. Team 1 here in the upper left corner's Red Zerg. It is Wolf with a 12 pool. Blue Protoss ally, it is Jeremy. Teal Protoss ally, it is... Oh, don't. Please don't. Don't know what it is, but don't do it. For team number 2 in the bottom right here with a bunch of workers out on the map, it is Paprika. Their Terran ally in yellow, it is Speedy Rogue. And finally, their orange Terran ally, it is PGO. Higo. I got nothing on that one. 3 Terrans, which means I cannot use team colors. Oh dear, alright. Hold up there. Let's get a gauge. So we've got Red Zerg with a 12 pool. Blue Protoss with a Gate Forge. Teal Protoss with also a Gate Forge. And the 3 Terrans are all doing at least 2 RAX. Proxied. Why is everybody cheesing everybody? It's 3v3 in a nutshell. 2 cannon rushes, a 12 pool, and 3 proxy racks. Are they all going 3 racks? Wow. Alright. I don't think I need to do much for an intro here. I think this is gonna heat up all on its own. The Lings losing sight of their purpose. They could actually get a little bit of damage done here, perhaps. The cannons are going to be made just outside the vision of all of the Terrans here. Jeremy, first to reveal it. The Lings over on the right side here, doing battle with the SCVs, getting a solid position. The Zerglings are actually going to win that fight. With more Lings coming in here. Marines, though, the Terrans strike with their proxy business. Marines and Reapers. Those Marines are very focused. Oh, it's a speedling play from the Zerg. Command center is lifted. These Terrans don't have any real defense because all of their stuff is over here. God, you 6, really? All 6 of you cheesing each other. Alright, the Lings, at least get out of there. No. Really? Nothing? No response? Yellow too busy building 4 racks, 4 depots over here. Microing 4 Marines. It's a game of 4s. The Terrans are also getting damage done on the other side, though. The Reapers, I think, might be carrying a bit more than the rest. Oh my god, the probes. Stutter step. Unfortunately, all of that micro on the other side is going to cause Yellow to lose their command center, which is less than ideal. Orange did get out. Purple did get out. And Purple with all of their workers too. Good job. Well, maybe not all, but most of their workers. So great job to Paprika. Although I think Paprika has the least army on the other side, so maybe that's correlation. Yellow's Marines doing good work, destroying the Gateway Reapers, going for the probes. The Terrans, of course, heavy. Oh no, they found the barracks. And the rally points are a little off. Paprika with the save, though. Solid defense from the purple Terran. Trying to shut the Lings down. There's a pylon blocking this base. The Protoss know the Terrans are flying away. Reapers fighting a very one-sided battle against the probes. This is exactly how you deal with problems, guys. Problem solver. It's a skill. Yellows, many barracks, kicking into gear. There's a lot of Marines. Where are you getting the money for this? Like, there's been no income. Was it all just saved up from before the command center fell, I wonder? Yellow, destroying the hatchery. There's still a drone alive, though, for the red Zerg. Creep tumors, of course. I don't think creep tumors count towards the structures, though. Wait, how does that work? Normally, in a StarCraft match, when all of your buildings are eliminated, you are eliminated from the match. That is one of the victory conditions. You can just destroy all of your opponent's buildings to remove them. I didn't think creep tumors counted, but the red Zerg is still in the game. Let's say they're on the far left, so they should be number 1. We'll switch to their camera. This is their camera. They're still here, which means it should be fine. This game is chaotic, says Paprika. I can agree with that. The Reaper Marine combo here getting work done. It seems like Paprika, the purple Terran, has opted to handle the defense of the forward operating base here. Yes. We've got a ping from Wolf. It looks like that was a red ping. So Wolf definitely here, despite having no structures to their name. 3 overlords. More pings. Not sure what that's about. Yes. Here, take this base, Wolf says. Marines cleaning up the last remnants of the Protoss in the upper right here. I keep seeing Wolf select things, select units. The Reaper's gunning down the rest of the probes, and let's see, who's re-established here. So, Blue Protoss has set up comfortably in the bottom of the map. The Terran's old natural, this looks like. Teal having some difficulties though. No more Nexus, Stargate. It looks like most things for Teal are up here. They're rebuilding a Nexus down here though. Okay. Red, though, despite having 1 drone, is not really doing much though. No resources, 0-0, and they didn't leave. They're still here. They just were revealed. The Marines gonna finish clearing that Protoss base. Meanwhile, the Reapers coming back home. Defend this supply depot, somebody says, which is kind of funny. Reapers should not fight cannons. Not at all. Not without their old Wings of Liberty grenades. And the Protoss is pretty well defended, and with a Void Ray and an Oracle, that's ambitious. The Void Ray coming out, though. Is it being controlled by red? Yeah, look at the red outline on there. Wolf, are you really controlling this? His camera? Yeah. Wolf is controlling Blue's army units. No. Yes. Yeah, current APM. Oh, I'm so confused. Interesting. They share control of their units. It must be a like a pre-made friends, perhaps, or at least acquaintances. Can anybody really say they're still friends after playing StarCraft together? Anyways, Overlord scouting out that orange base. Yellow cleaning up the rest of Teal's stuff up here. Unfortunately, Teal did rebuild down here in the bottom. Marine catches the Void Ray out in the middle of the map and is coming up with a siege tank. Fantastic. Paprika looking to be the strong one here, the most helpful, getting those siege tanks out. The Marines cleared. Yes, Marines cleared all of that. Marines did clear the Overlord. It's just a couple buildings left up there then, and the cannons starting to be dealt with, starting to be cleared. More Void Rays on the way. And it feels like this is really just up to blue now. No matter which person is actually controlling blue's units, blue's the only one with units. Oh no. Cannot lose these siege tanks, not until the cannons are gone. Oh. Oh. The dance. Very good. Marine versus Zergling. Not going very well for the Terrans there. That's an Overlord. Their choice in barracks locations, still fine, still safe and dandy, even. Teal starting to at last rebuild. Getting a few probes. We'll see what eventual army choice might take place there for Teal. Missile turrets. Where are those missile turrets going up? Oh, expansion. Paprika with the triple CC play here. Looking to get the most out of an economy at this point in the game. Couple Void Rays given to Wolf over here, who it looks like lost their drone. Yes, so they're left with one Zergling. Instead, though, taking Protoss unit, the smartest move for a Zerg player, to just take over the nearby Protoss units. Yes, that's why they got Neural Parasite. Good job. Flying into missile turrets, a little less than advisable, though. Oh, that's not going to be very great, very helpful. Void Rays on the defense being handled by Blue. Those are Jeremy's Void Rays. He trusts only himself for the defense. Gotta protect my own stuff here. Making cannons against a Marine tank push. Not the usual pick, let's call it. Gonna charge up those Void Rays, get rid of the siege tank though. And with no tanks, I mean, these Marines do not have stim. So, with no tanks, these cannons are actually slightly deadly. Oof. I don't think anybody should be trusting Wolf with Void Rays. This is not going well. Might get that command center though. Marines getting a little close. The siege tank is going to be focused down. Void Rays kill that very quickly when their beam is charged up. How are the other Terrans doing? So Orange is just rebuilding and trying to get the Void Ray. Successfully destroys that Void Ray. Orange guarding their own assets. Yellow, a little slower of a rebuild, but eventually getting there. I think resources were traded probably to help get that command center. Purple Marines. Boy. Stim and one medevac would be really nice. Nope. A little bit of micro, getting one of the Void Rays, killing off the rest of the probes. 2 Void Rays go down. That was Teal's last Nexus. It's just a few more buildings for the Teal Protoss, though. The siege tanks were picked off. That explains why the Marines went after this base instead. I can agree with that choice. Yellow Marines, purple Vikings joining the Marines here. A good move. Get a little more attack range with those Vikings to help out here. Triple Void Ray production though for Jeremy, who is pretty much the last bastion of hope for the non-Terran team here. We got we're still giving Wolf a Void Ray to play with, it seems. It's actually not a terrible idea. As long as Jeremy's got the defense handled, you know, you give one to your teammate. They say, I can get a little bit of damage done. I'll be careful. I promise. I won't break your toy. And then when they do break your toy, you're like, really? Really? And then you don't have to be friends anymore, which is the real victory. Void Rays charge out versus the Vikings, artfully canceling it though. afterwards. The mark of a true Protoss player. Somebody who actually knows about that. The charge up ability for the Void Rays, it slows their movement speed. Ooh, some stutter step micro chasing down the Vikings. Very nice to see. Void Ray going after Yellow's command center. Once again, Yellow looking at losing their command center. Losing most of their SCVs too. Yellow having a lot of difficulty with this one. Would he try to make a turret? Oh, Wolf sees it though. Orange Marine Marauder at last joining the crew. Start to close the noose around Blue Protoss here. Those Void Ray shenanigans are still active. So getting some work done. Teal Protoss rebuilt their Nexus over on the far right here. Oh, Wolf. You don't charge up the beam versus Marines. Just don't let Jeremy see you. Jeremy knows when to cancel the charge up beam. Going after the command center with it is perfectly fine. The unfortunate timing is the Marine Marauders with stim, with shields. PGO swinging. Destroying the base, fighting off the Void Rays. Flux Veins in the production tab. A rather ambitious choice at this point in the game though. The Marauders may start to focus that down. Vikings from Paprika gonna help. A little bit of stutter step, focusing down the Void Rays. Batteries trying to do everything they can. I like the Sim City here, a little tower defense-esque. How we doing over here? Looks like the Void Ray did kill that command center. Marine Viking combo, taking a step back. That is a lot of cannons to break through. You either need a lot of Marine Marauder or a couple of siege tanks to help out. I don't see any tanks in anybody's production tab though. Oh no, the Vikings without their Marine allies. PGO says, hold up, I gotta destroy these rocks. Really? Right now? Yeah, right now. Gotta get these rocks. The Void Ray still harassing the operating base over here. Gonna start to focus down the depots. Not even just get them burning, just get them deaded. Perfect. While taking Viking shots. Oh no. And this is why you don't give Void Rays to Wolf. Plain and simple. The Terrans have fully set up on the other side of the map, literally, in their opponent's base. Just as Jeremy has done. Everybody's just kind of switched around here. Teal, starting to get back in it now. A little bit of probe production, a little bit of buildings. Do you guys know about this? No. Teal, still undetected. Blue is the focus. Who is still really just making Void Rays. While admirable, not really too helpful against 3 Terrans, though. Because Stim Marines deal with Void Rays very effectively. There's a lot of Vikings, too. I think even just the Vikings may be able to handle this. Nexus going to be destroyed rather quickly. Void Rays swinging in from the left side. Vikings going to meet them first. Which I think the Void Rays should be thankful for, because I think they have a better chance against the Vikings than all of the Marines. Jeremy having to back up, having to surrender too much ground here. I don't think it's going to be enough. An admirable effort, a valiant last stand for the Blue Protoss here, but with the destruction of the Nexus, the very decorative battery overcharge. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think Jeremy can get this done. The Marines start to ravage the buildings. The Vikings going after the Void Rays. And I think that is about it. Jeremy has not rebuilt their base. They are losing everything. The Void Rays are going down. The Vikings surround it all. And once those Void Rays are destroyed, the Vikings can land on deck. And the Void Rays... Oh, almost fall. One remains at red health. They should have this, though. The Void Ray is destroyed. At long last it falls. The Vikings can land on deck, which spells doom for the blue Protoss here. Teal just starting to get back in it. Not even a pylon. Wolf is the first to tap out. No GG, of course, because it's a team game. You should never expect it in a team game. That's something I've learned. Jeremy, the second. A valiant last stand. An honorable mention has to go out. And Teal, oh don't, through all of this says, wait, let me get a Void Ray. Because that's what you needed, was one more Void Ray. Not going to be enough, though. The triple Terran threat is going to prevail. A well-earned victory, a chaotic but entertaining match. Thank you for the submission. That is not all, ladies and gents. I have one more match for today. Let's hop to it. For the second match of the day, we go back to the 1v1 map of Solaris. The red Protoss player here warping into the bottom left corner. It is Emmanuel Zorg. Not Zerg. Zorg. I misread it as Zerg in the loading screen. And their Terran opponent landing into the upper right here. The blue SCVs belonging to Newt 4th. Where's the barracks gonna go? Better go here. There we go. Alright. Honorable Macro Terran. Uh-oh. Versus Protoss. I think we might see how this goes. Where is this probe going? What rank is this again? Diamond, I want to say? I think I was told this was a diamond. PVT or TVP, depending on who submitted the game, of course. Everything, well, that's not usually. Maybe the core's gonna go here. I've seen it go both ways. People put the gate in the back, people put the gate up front. I like the gate up. That is not right. No. Bad Protoss. Very bad. Not a forge core. You can't even combine them into some awful Archon forge. No. Absolutely not. This explains the probe of shenanigans out on the map here. Looking to remain unscouted, going to drop a pylon. Are you cannon rushing a Terran? Who does that? This is not normal. You don't normally cannon rush a Terran. And there's a good reason too, because you die. Marines, very nice. Siege tanks, even nicer. And they're not that difficult to get to. Might delay or cancel this hatchery though. SCV is going to spot this. What's the response from the Terran? You need to pull. That was unnecessary. Pull a few SCVs, try and stop it if you want. Let it go a little bit longer. At least make him finish the cannons, because now the Protoss could just cancel all of these. They're not going to, but they could. On the, I mean, behind that, if I were in this situation, one, I wouldn't be cannon rushing as the Protoss, but could just Nexus behind this. Take a Nexus, cancel everything now. I've delayed you. That's a win in itself. Marine's going to be made at first. Reactor's going to complete. It is a Stargate follow-up, not just a cannon rush. Emmanuel, a Void Ray battery play on the new patch. This will be the first one I've gotten to see, actually. I'm very keen to see how this Terran chooses to respond, because the Cyclone is really not as specialized at dealing with this as before in the previous era, before the chaotic Cyclone changes of the recent patch. The Cyclone was a solid answer to this kind of play. The Cyclone, its lock-on ability, had a longer range, longer tether range, and its damage that was tied to the lock-on ability was heavily anti-armor, which the Void Ray is armored, so that works out very well. So the goal was usually to get a factory, get a couple of Cyclones, starport with a couple of Vikings, and you can start to really contest this. Now though, yeah, they can't even kite the Void Ray, so are Cyclones still the answer? Are they still good? I'm not sure. On paper, they're much less capable of dealing with it, so perhaps the answer is Vikings. Maybe you need more Vikings. As the game unfolds, I will take a look. Let's look at all this together. A learning opportunity. Emmanuel going to take a Nexus on the other side, artfully placed behind most of these defenses. And the Terran is going to float a command center far away into a land that is considered much safer. Cyclones struggling to shuffle over each other to get back up the ramp. Certainly got a decent amount of Cyclones. Getting them all up here is an issue though. Damaging the hull on the Void Ray. Very good move, good play. Draining the energy on one of those batteries. No overcharge can be done with these batteries. They are not near a Nexus. Fleet Beacon is the choice, huh? Is the follow-up. Oracle made for Revelation, it must be Tempest. It's a Tempest play. Recall onto a few of the probes, which then say, thank you for the recall, please take my minerals, we'll get to work. Very nice. Void Ray Tempest play, huh? Vikings charging a bit too far forward, unfortunately, and the Cyclones do not deal with cannons very well, not in this situation. I'd love to see a siege tank. Like, you don't need the barracks on the tech lab. What are you going to make, a Marauder? You don't need that right now. You could easily switch that off, potentially build another factory. Maybe. Probes heading out. Uh-oh. Probes looking around to find it. Shh, be very quiet. Maybe they won't see us. The probe finds the command center, the Void Rays, not yet responding. The Tempest Micro against the supply depot must happen first. It must be executed flawlessly. Vikings not yet able to damage the hull on those Tempests. I definitely think Vikings are a right choice now, though. Investing in this many Cyclones, they're going to start to trip over each other, and that's part of an issue. Oh, opting to just try and move past them. I like the choice. I like the idea, actually. Try and slip something out. You know, maybe one medevac, though. Like, medevac to just lift them down to here may have been better. May have been more fruitful for their health. That's what I'm looking for. More healthy, more beneficial. Void Rays circle around, gonna start to damage the expansion over here. The Cyclones do make their way to the main base, where the defenses are minimal, if not non-existent. Recall is back up though, that could be something. Cannon going to be destroyed, overcharged, used onto nothing. Probes pulled for the defense. Cyclones. Well, now that overcharge is helpful. Gonna help out, save that Tempest. The Void Ray completely decimating the expansion over here, which is not good for the Terran. It did get a little bit of damage done though. Killed 12 probes, knocking our Protoss down to only 18 on 2 bases. Ugh, terrible. Deplorable. Void Rays spare the refinery. Flying into range of the Vikings, though, disastrous. Where were all those Vikings 1 minute ago, huh? When your command center was burning. Cyclones really not good at fighting cannons with battery support. Yeah, I agree. Come over here. Target all of that. The Tempest slow flying their way back to start to harass the Terran's base, I presume. Nope, we're not sure what we want to do. Protoss, a little bit indecisive. The Vikings fly across. If the Vikings could intercept these. Oh, that would have been nice. Attack, move from those Tempests. Where'd the fourth one go? Just over here. More being constructed. Cyclone Vikings starting to tear down the Protoss base. The Tempest could start to take shots at those Vikings, though. The Terran sees them. Unfortunately, now fighting them over cannons and batteries. Not good, not fun. Can't blame them, though. The Terran did not know that they were out on the map being chased. Couple of the Tempests on the other side could be damaging the infrastructure. I like that the Terran switched into essentially just Viking, because that's really what you need at this point. Fighting 5 Tempests. The Cyclones, yeah, maybe, but Vikings, I think, are a much more simple answer. Easier to get it done. Choosing to land the Vikings, clear out that pylon before getting back up into the air. Go after the Tempests. Cyclones locking onto a building there. Very well done. Is it enough Vikings? It is actually enough Vikings to contest the shield regen of the battery. Newt not wanting to commit to that, though. Not wanting to commit to that just yet. Both players really just trying to lock down whatever bases rebuilt a pylon here. Oh, and the shield recharge. Going to confirm the death of a few more Vikings. Now the Viking count may be low enough. The Tempest's actually going to win that fight. You didn't kill the probe? He's just going to make another pylon. Oh, dear. You two. Alright. More Tempests. More Vikings. Double starport. Excellent choice. Double reactor. Mules helping out with that economy. Need a little bit more Vespene gas, though. Scan on the natural confirming no expo over there. Did you find it? You found it. Alright. Scan onto this base. Of course, he's already set up over here. Tempests. Finding some Vikings. Shield regen will work for just a few seconds. Not too helpful, though. Oh, that's a lot of Vikings. Do they get upgrade? No, no upgrades. Vikings. Scouting out the nearby rock formation. Oracle. With high energy, too. Oracle could actually take out that command center. Where'd all the Tempests go? Oh, they're all right here. Just 4 Tempests. 2 more in production, though. No tectonic destabilizers. We do have the fleet beacon. Could be getting tectonic. Which increases the damage against buildings. Increasing the damage against the buildings as well as giving them a wonderful orange graphic for their attack. Did you have Tempest audio on your bingo card today? There you go. Vikings coming into the base, though, start to pick off all of these probes. Very well done. Single cannon for the defense could be targeted down. The Tempest going to pull back to respond, though. Defense, which should be plenty for the Protoss. Losing 1 Tempest, pulling back the wrong one, but it's not enough Vikings to actually win the fight. And losing 1 more on the way out to the cannons. Oof. The response is essentially just Vikings from the Terran, which is fine. It can get the job done. Landing your command center here, slightly ambitious. Cannons take out another Viking. The Tempest, to the surprise of no one, find another base here. I just destroyed this base. Well, of course they're going to take the exact same base here. At least get the SCVs out. You have Vikings. Yes, I know not enough, incorporating the rest of the Vikings, but at least try and save the... Will no one think of the workers? Battery support not going to be enough to help out here. Recall initiated, 1 goes down, 2 goes down. And now these buildings are doomed. Where'd the recall go to? The main base. Ooh. Void Ray. Switching out of Tempest back into Void Rays, says the Protoss, who's down nearly 2 to 1 in workers. Not nearly as bad in army supply, but still not looking good for the Red Protoss here, who you have to admire for their dedication to the craft of cheese, is cannon rushing a command center at the 14-minute mark. Not really a cannon rush anymore, is it? The cannon crawl. Tectonic destabilizers did complete. These Tempests are dealing additional damage to buildings, which is very good for this kind of play. Not very good for fighting Vikings, though. Definitely not. The Tempest count down to 1, losing the Oracle as well. It's all up to the Void Rays, which certainly deal with Vikings a little bit better, a little bit easier than Tempests, but it's still not pretty. Not good. Revelation tag onto those Vikings. The Terran artfully letting it drop off before moving towards the main base, even though there's really not that much here. The Vikings could handle this. Tempest finally resumes the attack on the Terran's base. 1 Tempest here, just getting rid of some depots. Going after the barracks will prove to be a poor choice, though. Back to the support of the cannons. The Vikings actually gonna a little die there. Overcharged use, not able to save that Nexus, though. Now, finally. Targeting onto the Nexus, it's still just too much damage. The Vikings with their plus versus mechanical going to do well there. Void Rays charge into the base. Gun down the Vikings. Oh my god, the repair. It's going to work. The repair works. A single Viking is going to make it. Everybody chipping in to help out that Viking. Good job, team. SCVs for the win. The Void Ray comes back in. Starts to target it down the SCVs. Once again with the repair, though. It helps to have a support team, doesn't it? That one was 100%. The SCVs won that one. Very ambitious battle cruiser on the way. Why are you switching to BCs? Your opponent has been making Void Rays and Tempests for 15 minutes. I think I need a battle cruiser. What? No. God. Parents, overthinking everything. Just keep making Vikings. Switch the RAX over to a reactor. Make some Marines, too. Focus fire down the Void Rays. The SCVs trying to help out, trying to repair. And at long last, GG will be called. The Terran proves the victor, enduring all of the Protoss shenanigans for the match. And a shenanigan-filled match that was. Cyclone's not able to get the job done, not quite cutting it, especially once the Tempest gets out. That range is just too helpful for the Protoss. Switching into the Vikings was a good move. I could have seen switching the RAX to a reactor, getting some Marines to help out too. Food for thought. Entertaining match nonetheless. Thank you for the submission, and thank you, beautiful viewer, for watching. I hope that it was enjoyable, I hope it was entertaining, and that you have a great day.